Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Washington State Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Washington State's head coach told me before the game, he said they have got incredible plans right now to get this wide receiver involved. Defenses have been keying on him. With the young quarterback, they think they have put something into the scheme that will help them get the ball to their receiver downfield, regardless of what the defense tries to do. Back to you guys.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Play of this drive. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Second and long here. Leaves it with the back. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Out wide right, it's Butler. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Still running at the 35. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Complete to the left. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Trying to establish the run. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw. Right side, it's Beverly. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Hey, take it. Where did he go?
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Fires downfield. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a really good start for this defense. But I tell you what, they're going to have more opportunities because they're going to throw the football a lot. They're in the top 10 in passing in college football for a reason. So this defense is going to have to play great, make plays on the ball like that all game long.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up his offense nicely. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got a little space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
2nd down to the air. Setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Left side, it's Butler. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Looking for running room. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. And the Cougars want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Moving past the 25. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. About to start the second period here. Holly, what have you got on the weather?
Well, guys, as I mentioned, early in that first quarter, there was some rain. But the bad news, it is getting very heavy right now. Players are starting to rush and grab their jackets, trying to get towels to dry off the ball. Things are starting to get a little bit crazy down here on the sideline as the rain is really coming down. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Wants to throw on first. Looking left. Makes the grab. It's Bowers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Working the ground game. Breaks into the open. He's stopped. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Hey, when you are a dangerous return man, forget that stuff about not fielding it in your end zone. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Second down, going to throw it. He wants to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That is a play the big man has to make, right? 3rd down. It's a critical situation. QB went the right place with the football. He found his tight end open. He just has to make the catch.
Washington State will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He takes it at the 45. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an up.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Beavers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Motion from the back. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Finds his target. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on second down. Caught. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Beavers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Piles his way ahead.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Shakes off the defender. Quick with the spin move. Touchdown, Beavers! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. He's going to let it go. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Out wide right, it's Coleman.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads to the right. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Washington State lines up quickly. Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 with the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. From the gun. Touchdown, Washington State. Quick strike through the air for the score. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Beavers headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Butler. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Oh, a double pass. Right side, it's Hawkins. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Timeout taken by the offense as their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Motion from the wideout. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Out wide left, it's Hawkins. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The fake and wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. At time, as both teams head into the locker room, we're looking forward to a terrific second half. But before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at UCLA taking on the number 10 team, the Michigan Wolverines.
He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And it's the Bruins with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
The Cougars want to crank the tempo.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Making the adjustment. Second down to the air. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Left side is Coleman. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got his man on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got touchdown Cougars. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games, but if you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. They open the lane and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Beavers will hustle to the line. Right at the line. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking for room. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Going to the running game. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Second down, gonna throw it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
The play fake. Oh, pressure's coming. And he will score! Touchdown, Washington State!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. On the return, it's Wheaton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Rush is on. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. They'll try to get the first through the air. They get to him as he throws. Out wide right, it's Bowers. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Byers on the move. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still...
Going for it all. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
The run inside. It's Edwards. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They booted away. Not a lot of room to field this one. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. right around the halfway point of the season. Neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver to the back. Pass to 6. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Rashad Downs going up top. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Takes the handoff. It's Hobbs. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Selling the fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you've put them in a very predictable passing situation.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Right side, it's Hawkins. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Needs it. He's barely going to make it back to the line of And he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, gonna throw it. Back's got it on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. The Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. Powers inside. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sells to fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Look out! That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is on its way. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Man, this is that spot in the game where it's kind of a little bit just weird, right? Like, I want to be aggressive, I want to go fast, but I can't just run 3 plays really quickly and let no time run off the clock and give the ball back to the offense. They got to get this first down. Get the first down, then I can be more aggressive, try to get in field goal range, because all I need is a field goal to walk away with a W.
Out wide left, it's Baker. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. And there he goes. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They're in a perfect situation here, David. Just make sure you drain the clock and you have the last play.
100%. You can't lose. That's how you want to do it. Bleed the clock. Get in a position, Jesse, where you kick the field goal and the clock's hit 0.
It just comes down to which plays that you can run in your sleep here. Easy things you can go out and execute to give your kicker the best shot at winning you this game.
The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon State! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. From deep, it's Hawkins. Slips through the line. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. He's looking to pass. It's incomplete, and the try for 2 and the attempt to take the lead does not work in the final seconds. 25 kicks remaining. There's enough time if they can recover this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. But you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fresh center down's going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Gets the back moving. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. If you kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on deep shot for the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Throws it back. Out wide right, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw one first. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over and